Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Nanatsu no Taizai Fundo no Shinpan, or you can call it Nanatsu no Taizai Dragon's Judgment, or the Seven Deadly Sins Judgment, Dragon's Judgment, which is on episode 2, or season 4, or I don't know. Season 4 of Nanatsu no Taizai on episode 2. Anyways, this episode right here looks fine. I mean, there were really wish there could have been a studio that could have picked up the series and make it very better, I mean, after what happened last season, I'm not trying to expect too much out of its, quality of animation and maybe drawings or art, that kind of thing. Not to be a real jerk about it, but just speaking my mind, in case, if anything else, etc. If anything else, I want to get over, it's time to get over with this small little segment of the episode and talk about the rest of the big ones. The big one after that. I mean, this 5 to 10% of the episode, there was a fight with Zeldris, along with Cusack, Chandler, and then Ludishell that's occupying Margaret's body, Escanor, Merlin, Hendrickson, and Gil Thunder. We have to it that Zeldris is pretty much unfazed by Ludishell's attack or Grace attack, that's supposed to kill him. But thanks to the power that's been granted him by the Demon King, he doesn't feel nothing at all, knowing that the magic attacks don't do against him, don't do anything against him, And we get to see him activate his true magic power, which apparently is called Ominous Nebula. Even Cusack and Chandler are forced to immobilize themselves in order not to be attacked by Zeldris's magic attack, etc. The ability seems to show itself where he's able to vacuum everyone in or something to him, and we have to it that he ends up making attacks where you are unable to see. Well, he ends up making attacks that you are unable to see anything, Not to mention all the attacks that was pretty much supposed to hit him hard or possibly damage him. It's not really working, He's pretty much the ability that he's using right now with Ominous Nebula, etc. He's pretty much physically and magically unable to be attacked or even hit, We have to that Ludishell tries to attack Zeldris when he tries to suck him in with Ominous Nebula again, But unfortunately for Ludishell and Margaret's body, he gets hit back to another wall again, and it shows that even if you get close to Zeldris, the moment you are in range in Zeldris' attack, he pretty much knocks you to the wall, and that's it. It's pretty much game over. Pretty much his reflexes is pretty much beyond Ludishell's reflexes or attacks as well, so it's not really looking so great right now since Zeldris is using Ominous Nebula, and he's already starting to do some damage against the crew. We have to that Ludishell and Escanor ends up arguing with each other, where Ludishell asks Escanor for help, but Escanor's like, nah, I don't want to help you, okay? And then Ludishell's like, excuse me, you gotta listen to me, and Escanor's like, I don't want to help you, okay? I had enough of your mouth already here and there, etc., That aside, we have to it that Merlin does ask Escanor, can you help him out? And Escanor says, okay, I'll help you out. And then Ludishell's like, what the hell is your deal? And Escanor's like, look, Merlin is an exception. Now, do you have a plan or not? If you don't have a plan, I'm about to smack you. I'm going to smack you to the next life, that kind of thing. And we have to it that Ludishell says, if you listen to what I have to say, then this can work, etc. Alright, the one that's at least 80 to 90% of the episode involves Bond and Meliodas reuniting with each other, and they end up traveling around Purgatory trying to figure out what to do, While Meliodas is sharing his story where, the Demon King was keeping an eye on him since he's the emotions of Meliodas and tries to make sure he doesn't make it back, and he decides to leave him alone because he turned into a monster and went into a crazy rampage, That aside, that's when Bond found him and saved him from that living hell. And they end up having some fun moments with each other, trying to figure out what to do, and then they're going to talk about what they're going to, when they get back, they're going to be with their loved ones, blah, blah, blah. And then, we have to it that they realize they're being followed around, And apparently we have to it that Meliodas and Bond tries to attack him, but unfortunately they were unable to. The thing that was following them says, that's enough. you guys want to know where the Demon King is, I can show you where the entrance is, etc. And we could go over there, you know, that kind of thing. And we have to it that whatchamacallit, Bon and Meliodas gets introduced to another pig that looks like Hawk, except his name is Wild, and he's much bigger than Hawk and much more faster and knows how to do some damage whatsoever, etc. And we see to it that he tells Meliodas and Bon, like, my name's Wild and I'm looking for my lost younger brother, etc. You know, and we get to see to it that Wild ends up asking if they know someone, if they know of a being that looks like him, and they end up telling him that, yeah, we know of a guy named Hawk, you know, that kind of thing. And we see to it that that he's so happy that he realizes that his little brother is alive, you know. And we see to it that they end up having to go to Wild's house, and they end up talking about the situation about Hawk, you know, how Bon and Meliodas tell him about what Hawk, or Mild, which is also his other name. Hawk is also called Mild, if anything else. That's what Wild calls his younger brother, Mild, etc. You know what I'm saying. Unless you watch the episode or you are up to date, or you finished the manga, you know what's up. That aside, you know, like Bon and Meliodas tells Wild about Hawk, or Mild, you know, about what he is, what he does, and he's pretty shocked. He was hyperventilating, or he's like in a state of shock because he never realizes his brother's like that. But that aside, like Wild says, like he is my little younger brother that I care for. I mean, he's the only one I have left, you know, nothing more than that. And we have two of the Meliodas agrees, and he ends up smiling about the situation, you know. He ends up having the. And then the episode ending ends off with like Meliodas, Wild, and Bon ends up continuing the journey in order to get out of the purgatory, you know. Then there's a funny cutscene with like Hawk talking to Zeldris, you know. But this is just a funny short here and there, etc. You know. And preview the next episode looks like to me it's gonna be it's called Wholehearted Feelings whatsoever. I don't know, but we'll have to see. So pretty much without a lot of details, you know, I mean, there is a small fight, there is a small scene with Zeldris activating Ominous Nebula against everybody, especially Merlin, Escanor, and everything else. And then, you know, Bon and Meliodas end up traveling around Purgatory, and they end up meeting a big brother or older brother of Hawk, or Mild, which is Wild, you know, and they end up deciding to work together to try to escape Purgatory. Anyways, that's about it, people. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zitto. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!